The RMS Titanic, renowned for being the largest passenger ship in the world, sunk in 1912 in the North Atlantic Ocean. It was on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England to New York City, USA when it hit an iceberg and broke in two halves. The location of the Titanic's sinking was about 350 nautical miles east-southeast of Newfoundland. The disaster occurred at night in the early hours of April 15, 1912, during a strong North Atlantic storm. Witnesses on nearby ships saw 3 distress rockets fired by the crew in the early hours of the morning. According to survivor accounts, the last visible part of the Titanic was its stern, which succumbed to the icy waters about 2 hours after the iceberg collision. Its exact final resting spot was unknown until 1985. It was discovered by a team led by Robert Ballard, who sent a submersible to the depths and located the remains. The submersible recorded a final resting spot of 41°43', 57'N, 50°14', 29'W. Very close to this the location is the so-called Titanic debris field, which is scattered across an area of about 5 kilometers of the ocean floor. It is believed to contain many artifacts from the legendary ocean liner. Since its sinking, the Titanic has been visited by several expeditions to collect artifacts and evidence of the ship's fate. Other than the wreckage and debris found in the Titanic debris field, no other remains of the ship are visible. Some of the wreckage has been recovered and is now on display in many locations around the world. For many, the sinking of the Titanic remains a source of fascination, and the location of its final resting spot is a popular tourist attraction. Since the discovery of the Titanic's final position, many attempts have been made to explore the sunken vessel. However, due to the extreme depths and challenging environment, only a handful of expeditions have managed to reach the seafloor. Despite a lack of visible remains, the most interesting artifacts discovered from the ship are now owned by private collectors and museums. Many of these artifacts can be seen in exhibitions and museums that specialize in the wreck of the Titanic. The Titanic's engine rooms and the wreck of the bow section are both considered to be extremely fragile, so few divers have been able to explore them. Due to the tragic nature of the ship's sinking, many of the artifacts that have been recovered are now objects of historical and cultural importance. There are a number of memorials dedicated to the passengers and crew who lost their lives on board the Titanic, including one in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The sinking of the Titanic is also remembered annually during the annual International Memorial Service to commemorate those who died in the disaster. Despite the tragedy, the wreck of the Titanic still attracts many tourists each year as they come to visit the location of the epic maritime disaster. The area around the wreck of the Titanic remains a popular destination for boat trips and cruises that pass by the final resting spot of the historic vessel.